This is day 900 of Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Like sponsor all coming and share more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please come me directly. It'd be greatly appreciated. Here we're doing Simon Tov Reish Ches, Sif Beis, Tov Reish Ches, Sif Test. Mirhajim Living Rambam Beis. Mirhajim Rambam sees Cliff and Rambam Shein to service Rak Beinu. It's only an inyan to add on to the affliction of William Malachim Nantars of the Malacha which has been done. The Hashem Shabbos Yom Tomim, Meikos the service Das Rambam. Rambam does not the service for Shabbos and Yom Tov from Malacha either. Shalu's Kizeb Shemachim doesn't mention anywhere. Malachim Yom Kippur, so the Yom Kippur, Dava Shabbos, Shabbos Yom Tov, and things which is equivalent to Shabbos Yom Tov, died in Malacha, which is Malacha, there is no service. Like being only affliction, Shazah Yom Kippur and Ava, which only by Yom Kippur, Yosh to service, there's initial affliction. Magamisha writes that way as well. But I've got those surprises to the Dorish to service, Dorish Gasham Gam to service Malacha. Even the same Bryce teach us here to add on affliction, also teaches us to add on Malacha, with Shabbos Yom Tov, and also for Shabbos Yom Tov, Ayin Sham. Use the Maseches Yuma, the Aleph. So the Rambam holds the Inyan there. We don't hold that way for the Lalacha. So the Parakhan Rosh Hashanah Muchach, the Josh is who have a key Shmuel, because the first Parakhan Rosh Hashanah, it's clear that this Josh is only according to Shmuel, but low Rabbi Akiva, it's not true according to Rabbi Akiva. But I look at Rabbi Akiva, Neged, Rabbi Shmuel. That's Rabbi Akiva, when he heard so Shmuel Kayadua. As well known. But the 17 of Mevor, the Beitz of David the Raisa. The additional affliction, that's the Raisa. The Indian Shabbos Yom Mevor, Shmuel Cotton, Leka Tosefes. For in turn, Shabbos Yom Tov, there in the beginning of Cotton, it's clear that there's no Tosefes. Chen B'Yusham, Muvar B'Yushami, Rish Mesach Shviz, Yushami began Mesach Shviz, seems to indicate as well. The bracket says here, Avil Taisis Rosh Hashanah Sham. So it's down by Taisis Rosh Hashanah. Zesh Akiva Sham Sheish Tosefes Shviz. That Rabbi Shmuel Akiva says in Mesach Cotton that there's an addition that you have to add on Shemitah. I remember Shmuel Cotton B'Yushami Sham Dana Lacha Kain. It says in the beginning, Cotton and Yushami that that's not the halacha. Ayin Sham, see there. In brackets it says here, it's the primary rationale around is because in Bates it's clear that the infliction there is an inyan to be moisiv, Cotton Shamucha the Malacha ain't Tosefes. Whereas in Cotton Sham it's clear that in terms of the Malacha there is no requirement to add on. Chemash Lehedio, that seems so explicit. We're starting to down on a base. The ain't Tosefes Malacha, Ayin Sham. There's no Tosefes that comes to Malacha, see there. But Dayashon Avagav the Yesh Tosefes, meaning even though there's an addition when it comes to affliction, ain't below Kores will lav. There's no Kores nor even a lav. El Asebam, it's just a mitzvah that says Seikin Muchab Yom Hasham. That's clear from Yuma. By Magamish Lachamisha Shetogati Rambam Beduk, see the Magamish Lachamisha, the difficulty of the Rambam, and understand it according to what we wrote here. Shulchan. Kimmel. I've already agreed for Rambam, Pasuk Sheish Tosefes Gam Malach. The Rambam hold that also by Malacha does Tosefes. Chem B'Shabbos Yom Tov Tosefes. Also Shabbos Yom Tov you have to add him. Zel Das Atush Chasam Shulchan Vasim Kodim B'Shmoshes. That's the opinion of the two wrote that you eat and you stop before Ben Hashmoshes. You record an Afkalon. You possibly learn out the Tzarech Losim Yisrael HaKodesh. You have to add from the weekday on to the holy day. Ben B'Yisachil, Ben B'Yisur Malacha. Both the prohibition of Yisrael and for the prohibition of Malacha. Tosefes said, ain't no shear. This edition has no specific measurement. Elokodim Ben Hashmoshes. Just that should be a bit before twilight. She's Mana Mehalach Elef Tavkuf Amma Kedem Halayla, which is in of itself the amount of time it takes 1,000 to work 1,500 Ammas before nightfall begins. So Lahosi Miachola Kodesh, you have to add on a little bit from the weekday on to the holy day. In the brackets it says here Ayin Taz Tatur Yolach Tosefes Mi Bryce is the Etzem. Two learns the Tosefes from Exer Shava, Etzem. Chelokos of Tosefes b'Shabbos Yom Tov Ayin Shom. So Tosefes doesn't apply by Shabbos Yom Tov because Etzem Yom Hazeh applies to Yom Kippur. The Chen Ikar, this is primary. The Yev Shalomar that two Yolami Bryce of the Betisha LaChodesh Karif can't say two learns out from the Bryce of the ninth day in the evening, like the Rev Shaya Tur Tzich Yom Kippur because the Tur uses that drasha to learn out Tosefes Yom Kippur, but to learn out the mitzvah to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. She said previously that those who learn out for the mitzvah of Yom Kippur should logically not use it for Tosefes Yom Kippur and vice versa. And with the Misham Mevor also there it's clear. Gam Shabbos Yom Tov, Misham Mevor Gam Yom Tov, it applies to Shabbos and Yom Tov. But Rif Ben Masili the Tosefes Shabbos Yom Tov become Misham Serving Came, and the Rif holds that. The Rif holds that and the Tur and some of the Rishonim hold rather not like the Tur, but we do learn out the Tosefes and we don't learn out the mitzvah b'achila and Yom Kippur. Da Kasaras of Yuma of a rush by Rish by Da Beta, so Savas Bakaka Yeshla is a shear. This addition has to have some measurement, not just a fraction of a second. Locating for not, Harigan Beluza, regardless, you always have to sever Malacha a little bit before you have to brush out because you can't do precisely exactly according to the second. Specularize the Chumra, since Slavik the rice, you have to machmer. If I shear, it's definitely a shear, down come a shear, we just don't know what the shear is. Can you learn Koisel of Sigma Achalasim, Shilas about a Shemesh race, the Hedial Arts, Lomito Masamach the Shkia Mamish. So therefore, we stop eating and drinking while the sun can still be seen clearly over the earth and not adjacent immediately to Shkia. Pashizah Beitza, Masav's Beitza says the shear, Hai Nashi Dach Meshasin, the women who eat and drink Ajich until it gets dark, we don't protest. This should be inadvertent, not deliberate. Doesn't mean literally till dark. The women will eat then. Even if it's twilight, you have to protest against them. But I say about this Tosefes, which is as long as the sun is still up. That they're not going to listen to us. And it's clear that's about Tosefes. Because according to the frivolous perspective of the women, I'm not saying this, or is it? Say it. They can't countenance that should be us to eat as long as the sun is shining. They won't accept this from us. We tell them Tosefes Yom Kippur is Minat Torah. Mishnah says about 15 minutes before it says Chavim is really, we usually don't work backwards from Seis Chavim. We usually work forwards from Shkia. But he's saying 15 minutes before it says Chavim, and before this, you have to add a little bit more. And the Shiv Tosefes, with Ben Hashmashas together, is all half an hour. So if you all Ben Hashmashas is question of what the Ben Hashmashas the Chumrah is. The Chumrah Pashas, it's like Chutzlar, it's around half an hour, so then you have to add around 15 minutes. I'm sorry, you don't have to add anything. And Thomas Yoso, argue, but he says, Mishnah also says, you have to add before Shkia. So the Mishnah Berurah says that the shear, Hosafa, is the amount of time it takes to separate oneself from Malacha. And that would be also the case in terms of Achila. Hey, they meant that we don't protest against them not adding the Tosefes. That's if we know for sure they're not going to listen. There's a doubt that perhaps they will accept. So you have to protest. If he sees that they're not going to listen, you should not protest further. In any prohibition, we say it's better that they be inadvertent and not deliberate. For that, but only dafka for Torah, only it's not explicit Torah. Even though it's the Raisa, like Tosefes, which is not explicit Torah, even though it's the Raisa. First Torah, which is explicit Torah, we have to protest. If you know your word's not going to be heard, lo yamar barabim. Don't say in public to rebuke them only one time. You should not add on to rebukes because you know they're not listening to you. You know they're not going to listen to you. Is in private, you have to rebuke the person. Actually, can't learn until that person who you're rebuking hits you or curses you. It's all a quote from the Ramah. The Varav Tzrichim Bir. It says what the Ramah writes requires analysis. Chilas Varav. Chilas Varav Haim B'Shogin. He starts about the parameters of Shogin. Besides Varav Mazinim, they start switch to talk about Mazinim. And he brings down your bracket, so he's so parak Yuvamas, plus him amazing Marley, until Chalchain Sham. And what the quote from the end of the Ramos, and the Mukhes was talking about Mazid. Vavanili Dachi Brusha. Oshon gives his interpretation. Sheish Anoshim Toim, Bedin, when the people make a mistake about the Lachel Soivim, and the whole Dashid was a mutter. That is permissible. Yadev actually Kalim, if he knows you should not going to accept his rebuke, you stoke. It should be signed, Mutam Shishayim, be inadvertent, not deliberate. But there's a doubt, perhaps they will listen. But he has to let them know. It's prohibited. You can't the other protest against them. And this, the tzaddikim at the time of the Churban Beis Hamikdash were punished. Shalom michu, they didn't protest. So Amra Midas Adim Negash Baruch Hu, and the Midas Adin stand in front of Hashem. It's true. You know they wouldn't listen to Chachamim. They weren't going to be heard. There's no difference between the rice and the rabbanon. Even the rabbanon, there's the doubt perhaps to listen. You have to let them and protest against it. If you let them know and you protest, they don't listen. You should be silent. The better they should be inadvertent. But that's why he said it was not explicit in Torah outright. Enforced by Torah, but saying which is explicit in Torah, even though for sure they're not going to listen, or you protested once for Loshma, they didn't listen. Since at this point they're shogeg, nobody wants to violate Torah deliberately, but they got distorted. This thing is permitted. If it's explicit in Torah, instead of to say it, and you have to rebuke them on it. Several times. So some should say show them that's explicit in Torah. The Kurb sheet cites location showing. Since they're doing it inadvertently, it's likely they'll listen. But afterwards, Shemicha can't buy me if you protest several times, low pa muma, and you're totally ineffective, you should be silent. Below says the Birkei Yosef says Chiddush that we don't have the authority over those people who violate the halacha. And authority here means for corporal punishment. We're not required to rebuke them because we know they're not going to accept it. But the Smak seems to say that even though you're not going to be liable for their sins, nevertheless you still have the mitzvah of the chacham, regardless of whether it meets the conditions of being able to impose on them punishments. The Shur says, same which is explicit in Torah, there's certainly shogim, and it's not possible to say that it's better that they should be shogim. We first try to educate them, we protest, and we punish them until they separate themselves from whatever prohibited behavior they're engaged in. Sorry, because of shogim, all this when it's inadvertent. Even over them, amazing if they do deliberately, but send lo shaykh lo diyam shasar. It's not relevant to tell it's also. They know it's also. They're doing it deliberately. As the Gemara saw Perek by the Obamas, and this Gemara says at the end of 6 Perek Obamas, Sheish mitzvah lo ma'davar nishma. It's like mitzvah to say something which is heard. Kach mitzvah shlo lo ma'ar davar shlo nishma. So that it's not to say something which will not be heard. V'chad amar shechov shlo lo ma'ar. One says it's an obligation not to say. It says al tochach leitz penny tzaycha. Don't rebuke a fool, lest he or a scoffer, lest he come to hate you. The exciting case and then most ask so yesh mucham mitzvah tochiach. Exempt a person from tochiach tochiach. The Koro who b'mezid, which is to actually rebuke, primarily in the Torah talking about to rebuke somebody who's sinning deliberately. But two rates, when Muki advances about it, Pam echad chayv l'chicham leishma. At least one time you have to protest, maybe they'll listen. Havavim bar lo shleishma, even though it's clear, they're not going to listen. Come, nevertheless. Kadesh lo yem pischam pes, so they shouldn't have an excuse, a taina. You have to protest against them in public. Pam achas, one time, below yoser. Not no more. If he say according to this Masham Shom, the mitzvah shlo mar, so here's that what says the mitzvah not to say, a chova or an obligation not to say, Zel Yosef Bam Achas. That's on more than one time for Zel Barabim and in public. Aviyada between the individual, you should rebuke over and over again. I feel mad by me 100 times. Actually, I can't only call in until the person you're rebuking hits you or curses you. Kfiyah should be on Hashem according to the opinions that we clarified there. Which says, some say it's until the sinner verbally assaults him. And that, Mishnah says that can rely on that as the stopping point. But there on you should not rebuke him anymore. Back to Arukh HaShulchan, and Aver which he did in private, Yochenim B'Seitz should rebuke him in private. Aver Shavgali, but Aver did in public, Yochenim Yad. He should rebuke him immediately, and even in public, in order not to cause the Chil Hashem. The Dari Shal Kos will be so Mamin. It's like that about a Jew who's a Maimin, who believes. Elishitza Tukfo, but his Yetzirah overwhelms him. Lassos to do something bad. And in this case, it's relevant to rebuke. But people who deny the words of Chazal, well, then you can't do any rebuke. They are heretics and people disparage Torah. We should not argue with them. In brackets it says, not for the Mukhes, say about Mazidi, who are not potent, who are Maminim. That's how the Arukh HaShulchan would have explained the Gemara there that's talking about potion, about people who are heretics. If you stop eating while there's still a lot of time left in the day, you can go back and eat Kosman Shlokibel over time as long as you accept the fast. Mishnah says that some say the minhag is that after a person eats, it's also anymore because this is going to be a hefsek. So as if he accepted verbally the tzayim. Therefore, it's best to say before benching explicitly that you're not makabel the tinus. At least you should think that. Fafil and kibel olav kodem plaga mincha, and even you accept it before plaga mincha. I'm sure it's afil. Ain't a klum. It's nothing. Zek shkibel yushim yom kippur, but that's only accepted fat yom kippur. Avoim kibel lav shol lechol. If you accept myself not to eat owed anymore, lo gar mikosharats. No, the rest of you should. So kind of neutral. You have to fulfill your nether. Pashkasim and tov kuv samach base. It says brackets zel kavas samach avram. That's what Moshe needs to say. Kabbalah label of kabbalah. Except acceptance, not acceptance. Yesh rishim lamad avi kabbalah. Some say it is an acceptance. V'chuma you say it's too big a chuma. Come yesh nogim kei. Those who are machmir that way. Okay. Mishnah Berurah says that the Bach says it's a Kabbalah and the Gra is masking with the Bach, so he seems to incline to be machmir if it's even on a silent Kabbalah. Tell me no kodem v'shekodem shkia, and it's best that before shkia, yomru kol echad, every person should say, hineni makabel, I mitzvah say shal tayin tzom kippur, makabel the mitzvah say of fasting Yom Kippur, much as we son with her Secha Kedosha, as you command us in your holy Torah, the Moshe Avdecha, but through Moshe, in the Kabbalah Chamishi Nuyim, and accept the 5 afflictions, Moshe learn Kedoshecha, like your holy ones instruct us. Melech Shenokein Emach Shavto Kodem Es Klum. Shulchan says interestingly, if that's your minhag, so you know we're going to do that. So any previous thought, any Kabbalah Shabbat is null and void because everything it depends on that last moment Kabbalah. Test. And every Yom Kippur should only food which is digest. And so eat chicken as a sunnah mafsekes, or fowl in general. Since you shouldn't be so satisfied with and prideful when you daven. The Mishnah says sunnah mafsekes also eat chicken. Pri Megadim says that some people have the minhag to eat chicken in the morning. Okay. So you don't eat stuff which warms the body. They carries not to come to the mission. Also, you should eat milchik on marbim zera, which increase the amount of shikwa zera. Those who eat these things in the morning. We don't have such a custom. Mishnah Berurah takes it further. It says things which are marbim zera, you should be careful not to eat the entire day. He says then the oilam does have meat in the shower. So Arukh HaShulchan says, again he brings up people going, that's the age people eat chicken in the morning, perhaps chicken as opposed to milchik, etc. Uziras midvarim kalim ein ela b'sula mafsekes. This concern from the which eat only lightly. Shulchan also says only mafsekes, love shachris, not in the morning. That a lie that dislike us here. Well, I guess not about the zera thing, right? This is talking about. Right, it's talking about to eat heavy stuff. It's only an issue in the afternoon, not in the morning. That I like this because heavy stuff in the morning, it's not marbazera. Stuff in the evening is not going to. It's not going to make you satisfied when the fast starts. You shouldn't eat things which cause you to have gas. Like sesame, the guy made malim gera. They also come up again in your throat. And they're not easy or appropriate perhaps to eat on the eve of this holy day.